Good day, puppy lovers. I have Luna with me today. Very nervous little Yorkie. I've only groomed her a few times and she's still a pup. So what we do today is we're going to brush out this coat first before the bath. Then we're going to give her a nice little bath. And then after that, we're going to cut just a little bit at the edges because Mama's letting everything grow. So let's get started. So Luna gets this little brush here before the bath because I want to make sure some of those mats are gone. Oh, we have some static cling. I want to make sure some of those little knots or mats are gone before putting her in the tub. Always best to get rid of those nasty mats before. She's not that bad. Mom's been taking really good care of her. So yes, this little one is a little nervous, stressed. She walked in. She was jumping all over the place, really happy to see me, but you could see it was anxiety. Her tongue's sticking out. And so I'm just gonna, she's okay. See, she's not too matted. Oh, yeah, and so Mom was saying that she was really, really stressed at home. Not the mom, her, actually, the little dog. Little Luna here. Can you turn a little for me? So there you go. So she's all brushed out. That's good. Let's show me your belly. Can I see your belly? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm happy that was done the last time we shaved down there, down the belly. Okay, so we're going to the bath. We're gonna go take a nice bath now. Let's go for the bath.
For those who don't know me, I'm Elizabeth Jenn, professional dog groomer since 2010.
All right, so we got one clean pup here. This little one, Luna, she had her 2 shampoos. And we washed her face. Now I'm gonna do the rest of her eye cleaning and ear cleaning here on the table. I'm just gonna give her a quick wipe. Yes, a quick wipe. Wait a second so you can see her well. There. There. I'm gonna put a little bit of this conditioning spray on her, keeping her head up. Be sure she doesn't get any in her eyes. A little on her belly. Turn her around. You kind of gotta lift the hair up. Ooh, watch out, honey. You're shaking like that. If you're lifting the hair up, you can get it underneath there and into the skin also. So you want this on the skin. And I advise if you're spraying for the head, either you spray it in your hand or you hold the dog's head down like this. But you can always spray in your hand and just wipe it on there like that. You get a little on there. Yeah, can't get it too much to the skin, but anyhow. So let's clean out her eyes. First we're gonna put on I'm gonna put on this little, here, so she's not too cold. I just got these. Started using these guys. It makes some of you guys happy. It makes the pup happy too. I find it too cute. I found some cute ones with little ducks on it that I'm gonna get. There. All right, so while I can clean out her eyes, she can stay warm here. All right, so I'm gonna get these poopies out of the eyes. Look at that, guys. You just use a flea comb to do that. Ooh, I got some there, so hang on. I'm going to grab my ear product, eye product, and I'm going to grab some 3 little rounds here. Okay. First, I'm going to take some of that out. I'm just going to lift this up here. Try to get in a little closer for you guys. There, lift that up like that. And I'm gonna use my little scissors. I'm just holding her head right behind her ears. And I'm just gonna snip each side like that. Take some of that out. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I want to shorten that so that I can come in and clean that out properly. I did wash her in the bath, wash around, but you can't get in those corners right with the soap. So I like to use this. This is the diamond eyes I'm using. No sponsorship happening here. It's just the stuff I like to use. And for the ears, I'm gonna put some on the ear pads. We got 2 ear pads here. Like little rounds, those little makeup pads, those are just fine. And I'm gonna go check out her ear here. And she has one fine and dandy pink ear. Okay, it's nice and pink. There's no bumps or anything. Sometimes you can find some redness going on, or if you hear a little mush mush when you're squishing the ear like this and you hear like a little, like there's water in there, that's not a good sign. That's often a sign of ear infections and stuff. So I'm not hearing any mush mush, and there's no odor. She only has a few little straggly hairs in there. I don't mind that. I don't pull them out. If there's, you know, you can cut. I can cut like this, take a little off like that. Here, we'll do the same thing on that side just to show you guys how I do it. Just pull that like outwards like that, kind of twist it together and then give it a snip. Being careful. If the ear is not full, she's good to go. But if the ear has a lot of hairs in there, we got to take them out. It's not necessarily for the whole ear to be completely emptied out. As long as the ear is breathing. If there's a few little straggly hairs in there, that's fine. Clean this up too. All right, so that's done. Oops. I don't want to spray that in her face. Sorry. Okay, show me your bum. We gotta always check back here to see what's going on. She's all clean back there, everything's fine. If she had some more debris, I would use this here to take the debris out, and then I would cut and use a baby wipe to clean that up. All right. So now I'm going to give her a quick brush. I'm going to use the wet brush here. There's a little bit of hairs on there, and I may spray that with a little bit of alcohol. I usually do that before. A quick wipe. Okay, here. So I'm going to give her a quick brush with a wet brush, and see these wet brushes, they have those little nibs at the end. Well, this one does anyway, so that's okay to brush onto the skin. It doesn't hurt. Try the brush on your skin first to see. If that's scratching, then I would advise that you tap and pull up and away like this. You don't want to be scratching the dog's skin. But this wet brush is fine. Once you have a snag here, there's some resistance, pull up and away and just keep tapping into that and you'll get that knot out. If it's a mat, that's a different story. There's just a little bit of knotting here. Always best to start on the tips of the hair and to move towards the skin. That's another trick. But if you got in there, keep working it. She's doing good. So I like to give a little bit of a brush before the dry. I find it helps dry nicer. There's no worries, guys. It's warm in here. This is a very stressed dog. She's got anxiety. A little bit of anxiety. That's what her mom was saying, that at home she's having troubles with that. When it gets really bad, some vets, they prescribe medications for the dog when they're too stressed out. All right, so she's good to go. You want to shake that off? Let them shake, guys. That helps dry. That gets all that water off. All right, we're going to go with the dryer. We're going to dry you, and we'll be right back. Yeah, we're going to dry you. We'll be right back. So, guys, all right, so he's all dry. She's all dry, I mean. So sorry, honey. She's all dry. Yes, she's a she. Why was I forgetting that? Okay, so now I'm going to give her a nice brush. She doesn't seem to have much knotting going on. I'm just going to adjust this here a second. And we're going to give her a nice brush. And again, you want to just tap and pull up and away. You don't want to be brushing like all over on the skin, because especially these brushes, these are dematters. A dematting brush. It's a slicker brush. I use it to demat. They scratch. Try it on your arm. Try this on your arm. You'll see that scratches, so you don't want to scratch the dog's body, because that would create brush burn. Once again, once you come in with a little bit of resistance, you want to lift that back up and just work that. Okay? She's not very knotted or matted. So just tap and pull. Of course, starting at the tip of the hair makes it easier, and then going towards the, you start at the ends and then you go towards the body. I don't always do it. I know, I should. But I tap and pull up and away, so. As long as you're hearing that crunch, crunch sound, it's another thing too, you know there's some knots in there. All right, so I'm gonna just inspect. You wanna use your metal comb here, and you wanna inspect to be sure that all of those tangles and knots and whatnots are gone. The interior of the leg here. If there are knots in here, I really suggest that you try to just pull up and away like that. If there's knots, you don't want to be pulling on the knots, just maybe go and cut them. They really don't like being combed in here, in this leg, side of the leg, on the inside like that. But if you have to, you have to. You just go in and tap and pull. Nice little tail. So this girl is just getting her ends done. Mom just wants her nice and long. You hear that crunching? She's doing very good. I've groomed her, I think, 3 times before. I've been grooming her ever since she's, I think, 3 months old, 3-4 months old. And the last time she came, I wrote, "Pup still in training," so she's doing really good, really good. Just gonna hold her at her head here, the neck, make sure, because she keeps wanting to turn, so. Lift that leg slowly. Let's get this too. She's pulling. It's fine. Turn around. Turn around. Can you see under here? Yeah. Can you see your belly? Can you go up and show me your belly again? Last time we got some knots out of there. We shaped her really, really close on that belly. She has some matting. I think we're good. All right. So if you enjoy brushing, there was some brushing there for you. I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna do around her neck. See what's going on here. Again, just tap and pull. Can you get in closer, honey? I'm gonna back this up here. Yeah, they like to pull away. That's the reason why I have back problems, from pulling them back all the time. That's not the only reason why, but it's a big, big reason why I'm having back problems. Even if I'm sitting. I'm sitting on a, you know those stools, those rolling chairs they use for, you know, the hairdressers? Same thing. Hairdresser's chair. It's got wheels. All right, so she did a great job. Okay, so I'm just going to spritz this a bit with some alcohol. Just a little here. I'll end up using it again anyway, but alcohol evaporates and it kills all kinds of bugs and bacteria. All right, so here we go. Let's do a 10 on your belly. And you're gonna have to stand for this, honey. You're gonna stand. I'm gonna do a nice 10 for her belly here. Sometimes knots happen in this area here. You just try to shave those out. She's so stressed. We lift this leg. Is there a way we get under there? We get under there and we're gonna cut a little bit under here, just a little. I don't want any hair that's gonna build up there. So I take just a little bit out, just a little. And we want a nice clean area back here, so I'm not going to do her bum with the shaver, but I am going to do her little private parts here, just the sides. And this is a 10 blade, guys. I wouldn't use anything else. So I just clean that area here to be sure that there's no pee-pees that stay stuck there. You know, that gets dirty and smelly. Okay, so now we're going to switch to the 30 blade. And if you've been watching my videos for a while now, you're probably noticing that we do pretty much the same thing over and over. And that's what the job is all about. Let's give you guys a close-up here. Is that close enough? All right. That's what this job is, you know. It's over and over doing the same thing every day, but with different animals. So you notice I'm not digging in. You can if you want. With the 10 blade, maybe the 30 blade I think is a little too short. And if you do, come in from this side and then this side. Never this way, because there's a vein, there's tendons and stuff like that in there, so you don't want to get that. You don't want to cut that. So you come in one side. Sorry. Come in one side. Come in the other side. I like to get under the little toe here. You got to be careful for them not to kick, because if they kick, you can get that blade right under the toe, and you don't want that. And back up. I'm going to do this one here. Yeah, I don't usually dig in there. You can if you want. You just gotta be really careful. I don't do it because I'd rather play safe, so this is just how I do it. I always check to see if there's anything in here, any knots, and if there are, I'll try to move around with my blade, but if I can't get it with the blade, I'll go in and do it with some scissors. Being extremely careful, of course. You don't want them to bleed. Look how good she's being. She's got some anxiety, but she's so good. Good girl. That is one loud clipper. So clipper goes put away. We gave her a brush. Now I'm just going to cut around. Oh, I'm going to do her toenails first. Try to get in there with toenails. I wonder if she'd let me kind of soften her toenails with this one here. We'll see. Adjust this here. Let's get the toenails done. Try to get in there closer also. All right, let's see if she lets me kind of, this is her first time, so she might not like this. I might try just a few toes. Okay, honey, you're okay. Just so she gets used to it. You see this? It's fine, it's gonna tickle a bit. This doesn't take off a lot, guys. These, I really like them because they just kind of round out the corners, the edges, so it's not so scratchy, you know. I think she's doing good. If I wanted to take down some length, I'd prefer using the bigger Dremel. And look at that pant. She's panting really hard. She doesn't have much to take off. I'm just going to round that out. See how it makes it rounder? Really just kind of going a little everywhere, all around. One side, other side, front here. Yeah, I like this. Alright, so let's clip 1, 2. It's a little more on the toes in the front. Remember, just because you took a certain amount off of one toe doesn't mean the same amount will be on the next toe, because they don't, when they walk around, they don't use the same way, like from one toe to the other, depending on how they're standing or walking. So just rounding that out again. Right here. You never want to keep the little Dremel running on the toe you want to be moving, because that can get hot. You don't want that. You don't want that. The dog doesn't want that. No one wants that. Let me do this toe here. Look at how good you are, honey. Look at this little one here. Look at that. Just a little bit of that. There. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, she's so good. You really got to be careful, guys. You don't want to catch the dog's hair in this, because that grabs onto the hair. There, that's good enough. All right, for scissoring, we are going to back up here and back up. Okay, I'm just going to go around her feet. I'm going to pick up her foot like this, and I'm just going to go all around the foot, keeping my scissors kind of flat towards me like this, because I want to create a bevel. When she puts her foot down, it won't be cut square, it'll be cut in a bevel. So, all right, so we're going to do the same thing on all 4 feet. Watch that tail, and I want to cut that tail. All right. Just go right to the tip, and I'm just squishing everything right close to her foot. And then the rest, I just take off whatever I need to take off like that. I'm going to come in and use another scissor to come and get rid of this like duck foot. It looks like a duck foot. I'm just going to come and do these 2 in the front. Always being careful, you don't want to cut that pad. Last one. We don't have much cutting to do. Just around her feet and the tips of her skirt. Right. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these a little, see if this helps a bit. Just going to take a little bit of that edge off like that. Give it a shake, see, gives it a rounder, smoother transition there. See how it just pops out like that? I'm just going to take a little of that off. And it really is a little, see how this doesn't cut a lot of hair? It's because there's a lot of teeth on these scissors here. So you need to give a few more cuts See how much better that looks? Getting a little closer. See how much better that looks? I'll try that with with this foot here. See this? I'm gonna try to come in and do a little bit of blending in there. And we want to round it out. As I always say in my videos, guys, this is a family pet. We're not doing any grooming competition here. I'm just following the directions of my client. My client asks me to do this. She pays me for this. She says, can you cut this and not cut that? So that's how I do it. Okay, back this up. All right, so back here. Oh, there's a little knot here that I missed. Sometimes when the knots are a little too close, especially to the bum, I'll just come in and snip that out. It won't even show. All right, so let's look at what's going on back here. We're gonna need to clean this area up for sure. And I'm going to cut all of that. See this hanging out? I don't want that there. I'm gonna sit down actually, because that's me. I sit, I stand, I sit, I stand. No, honey. You know how dogs do not like having their tails held up like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna clean out all of this area like that, creating like an open area here for her. We'll come finish that off after. For now, all I want to do is just, wait, I'm just gonna come in with these here. I'm just gonna take some of this off. I'm not shaving, I'm just cutting with scissors. You gotta be extremely careful in this area, guys. Of course, in every area you gotta be extremely careful. I'm just saying it. And right at the base of the tail here, that too needs to be cleaned out. So I'm going to thin all of this out here, okay? Lightly, so there's less bulk, okay? This whole area back here, Mom would so not be interested in having her poop and then after that having to clean that up because there's too much hair. Okay, so you want to do a favor to your clients and keep them, make things easier for them at home. So I'm going to probably come back in and just fix that up a little more, but we're going to continue on here. I'm just going to take the edges out. Of course, back here I'm going to take a little more. This is more than the edge. You can't see because of the way my hand fell, but anyhow. I'm just going to take a little bit of the edges off like this, blend that in. See how soft that looks? That's all we want to do today with her. I'm going to separate this on the top, make sure that you have a nice part, the best you can. Make a nice part here. Just pull down, pull to one side, pull down, pull to the other side. See? Make a nice little part there. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, so again, I'm just kind of taking out what's kind of see-through, you know? You know, you can see right through that hair at the bottom part. Just took a little off. Do the same thing here. Cut some of this off lightly. We're just resculpting whatever's not falling into place, right? So that's one side. I'm going to come to the front after. I feel like coming this way here. just gonna follow downwards here. Just wanna make that leg, you know, round. All right. So all of this, see all of that? Hang on, hon. See all of this here? That's gotta go. I'm just gonna lift her foot a bit. She lets me. She won't let me. I need to. I'm gonna go from the inside here. And I'm just going to follow that curvature of the leg. That's all I'm doing, guys. This is just to get rid of some of those little hairs that are scraggly a bit. That's all it is. It's already looking better. Finish right at that toe. See, you can kind of see through. Well, you can see through a lot here. She might have had a knot that her mom took out. I'm just going to cut the tips as asked. Just the tips. Really? What's that all about, honey? All right, so we're gonna do this here. I'm gonna take some of that off. Just come in and kind of make it equal. Just go. And as you see, this doesn't cut a lot, but it just softens the edge, and that's all we want to be doing today. The ends. See how soft that looks? All right, we're gonna turn her around. Well, before we do, I'll do her back end, then turn her around and we'll do the face. So once again, we're back here. So see, there's these hairs here. I want to get rid of that. I really do. What are you doing? I'm going to take a little bit. I usually bring this right down to the table. And whatever's left, that's what I snip off. Okay? Unless the client asks for something else. So I'm just going to take a little bit off the tail just to round it out. See how I rounded it out? Lift it up. Okay, we got some more to take out here. Just do it a second time. I'm going to come see on this side because for sure I didn't get everything on this side. So we're going to just snip some of this out all the way up to the bum. If you want to soften it out a bit, use those thinners. So when she lifts her tail, she can get her job done. Get that job done. All right. Oh, why are you coughing? Hang on. Turn around, honey. Turn. All right. Usually I'd come in here and see underneath here and lift all of that up. Because when she pee-pees, she can pee-pee, you know, onto her legs here. So I'll take some of that out. Go straight down. I just want to take some of that out. Okay? Like that. And then you can fix whatever needs fixing here. There, hon. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do, I just call this finger feathering. I'm just going to cut a little bit off the top of her head. And the way I do that is I'm just going to grab everything from her ear to here, from this side too. You can do this with clippers if you want, but for her, I only take a little off anyhow, so sorry, I'm trying to get the angle right. I'm going to stand up. Okay, and I'm just going to take just that much off. See how it doesn't cut a whole bunch at the same time? Oh, little mohawk going on. See how nice and soft that gives a nice look. Okay, I'm going to comb everything forward, and here we're going to do her face here. We need to get that camera for you guys to see. I've noticed in some of my videos you guys are not always seeing properly, so I'm sorry about that. Whenever it comes to the head, it's not always easy. Maybe if I stand, it'll be easier for you guys to see. I'm just taking the front of her bangs out here. Hang on, honey. Bring your head down. Take all of that out. I'm gonna snip this, all of it. I just pull everything forward here and I snip it. And I would advise not to blow in the dog's face to get rid of any of the hair, because that hair can get caught in the eyes and it can scratch that eye. Those little hairs that can hurt. So always get into the habit of just taking it out, taking the hair out with your comb, with your fingers. Okay? No, I have to hold your chinny chin chin. We need to hold their chins down. See, I have to do it with like this, holding the whole bunch. I'm not holding one. So if you hold a whole bunch, it's not gonna hurt, okay? Because I can't hold her like this because I'm trying to get into the corners and on top here. So, yep, there are different ways to hold the pup. Always being careful that the dog doesn't have any bad teeth. If the pup has bad teeth, then they might not be very happy. I'm going to finish off the legs too. I usually would have finished the legs first, but I just decided to jump in here to the face. So take a little off here. I'm going to have to ask Mom. I'm not too sure if she wants this to get like a lot longer, or if we're just going to keep this around like that. Pull this forward, and I am going to cut that in an angle. Oops, sorry, honey. Pull the ear up and back, flip it. And I'm going to cut all of that. Just to make that nice round head. I'm not cutting that much off, actually. There you go. Look at that tongue. All right, want to do the other side? Can we do the other side, honey? Wait. Okay, I'm going to stand with this here. Pull everything forward. No, no. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Sit, sit. Wait, wait, wait. Pull everything forward. And just watch it. I want to be careful her tongue doesn't come out, so I'm putting my finger there just in case. Just hold her head. Can we do this side? We got to do this side. Hang on. Keep your head straight. Hang on. Let's wait. I could flip this ear back there. I'm going to try to hold her like this. See if she's going to not move. Oh, she heard my dog. He shook. She heard his collar. No. I'll take a little off here. See, sometimes we do what we can and not what we want. If she's being too complicated, then I can't do what I want. I want to take a little bit of that sadness out of her eyes here, over here. This makes them look really sad. So you can take some of that out. Same thing on this side I did a while ago. So. Why are you shaking, little girl? No need to shake, shake. Wait, 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 wait. Wait, wait. All right. So we're going to do her ears now. She's just thinking of other things right now. Just to do the tips of the ears. Just the tip. Same thing on this side, just a little. We just want everything to look natural, right? Just a little on the tip. I have to hold her head straight, guys, so not easy. Wait. There's other hair mixed into that, and I don't want that there. No, 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 no. I'm take a little off here. Kind of got to round it out. This kind of looks random, does it, guys? It's not. It might be a little, I don't know. Okay, you looking okay? Take the collar off. You'll look better without the collar because that looks funny. It's holding all of your hair back. All right. So can I look at you here? It's all like fluffy here, but that's because of the collar. Put the tongue away. There. You looking good? Snip, snip. Are you looking sleek? Just that little part here that I find looks a little long. They always have that little curve going on here. All right, so let's look at the inside of the leg that I hadn't looked at. So I'm just going to take a little bit off here, lightly. Same thing on this side. And I'm going to make it look equal because it doesn't. A little on this side, lightly. Sorry if I'm a little sideways with the camera here. It's the way my body, the camera's on my body, so. And we're going to just trim out lightly over here. Just this here, lightly. Not much. We just want to trim it out a little. Try to blend it in with that foot. There. What you doing with that tongue? I like to give the feet a shake a bit so I can see if they're fluffy enough. That looks fluffy enough. Can I look at your head here? Be sure we're going to take this off. Look, guys, I'm going to take this off and let's have a look. Okay? And I'm going to take a picture. Give me a sec, give me a sec, give me a sec. So all of this has to grow out here. See? All of that. That's got to grow down and out. Okay? So we can't touch that. Everything's still growing right now. My job is just to cut. It needs to get cut out. And get her used to this slowly but surely. We'll get there. We'll get there. So that's it, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today for this little one's little room. And I will see you soon.
Hey there, pet parents and grooming gurus. If you enjoyed my tail-wagging transformations and want more tips to keep your furry friends looking fabulous, just hit that subscribe button. Remember, every click helps spread the love and lathers of grooming joy. Subscribe now and let's embark on this fluffy journey together.